In 1936, Kurt Kruger, a skilled but unknown chef, was unexpectedly summoned to Hitler's private residence in Berlin. Tasked with creating vegetarian meals that aligned with the Führer's strict dietary ideology, Kruger's appointment was more than culinary, it was political. Historical records show Hitler believed vegetarianism reflected Aryan purity, and Kruger's role was to reinforce this propaganda. The contract, signed under a swastika banner, bound him to secrecy, making him an unwilling witness to history. Kruger's kitchen in the Reich Chancellery was a stage for Nazi propaganda. Every ingredient, locally sourced, organic, was scrutinized by SS officers to match the regime's pure Aryan ideals. Meals were designed to look geometrically perfect, mirroring Nazi obsession with order. Kruger later confessed in interviews that the kitchen was under constant surveillance, turning his craft into a performance of loyalty. Even the humblest lentil stew was a political statement. Hitler's private dinners were where war met supper. Kruger served meals while the Führer discussed invasion plans between bites. Declassified accounts reveal these gatherings included Himmler and Goebbels, with maps of Europe often unrolled beside wine glasses. Kruger noted Hitler's peculiar eating habits, chewing each bite 32 times, a ritualistic behavior that mirrored his controlling nature. The chef's presence was tolerated but ignored, making him a fly on history's wall. As the war escalated, Kruger became an accidental spy. Officers drunk on French wine leaked Operation Barbarossa details within earshot. Kruger memorized dates and troop movements while serving desserts. Post-war interviews confirm he debated reporting this to the resistance, a death sentence if caught. The kitchen's steam and clatter provided cover, but the Gestapo's suspicion grew. Crumpled notes left on plates became his unintended archive. By 1942, Kruger's conscience clashed with fear. In his pantry diary, discovered in 2003, he wrote, "Do I feed monsters or starve them?" Resistance pamphlets circulated among Berlin's black market, urging sabotage. One, hidden in a flour sack, listed Gestapo informants, including a kitchen maid. Kruger burned it, but kept a cyanide capsule, a silent rebellion. His recipes now included coded messages, like extra salt, meaning SS raid tonight. Kruger's turning point came via a Jewish baker's daughter who smuggled intelligence in hollowed-out loaves. Using delivery routes, he passed troop locations to the Red Orchestra resistance. Declassified Stasi files show his coded system. Apple strudel deliveries signaled Luftwaffe base vulnerabilities. One near-fatal slip occurred when an SS officer bit into a bread-hidden microfilm. Kruger blamed poor baking. The kitchen was now a battleground. The Gestapo's 1944 kitchen raid was inevitable. Officers tore apart soup pots, finding a microfilm behind a loose tile, likely planted to test loyalty. Kruger's assistant vanished that night. Archives list her as suicide. Interrogators demanded names. Kruger blamed hungry rats for moved documents. His calm saved him, but escape plans accelerated. The SS began tasting his dishes first, a silent death warrant. On April 15, 1945, as Soviet shells neared Berlin, Kruger fled. Forged papers from the resistance were sewn into a sausage casing, a grim irony. His train to Switzerland was stopped twice. SS dogs sniffed his luggage but missed the garlic masking human scent. In interviews, he recalled a moment on the platform, seeing Hitler's portrait burning in a trash barrel, a prophecy of collapse. As Karl Bauer, Kruger cooked in a Zurich cafe, serving chocolate fondue instead of propaganda stew. Declassified Swiss files reveal his paranoia. He changed apartments monthly, fearing Nazi hunters. In 1946, he was briefly detained for questioning, but released when a Red Cross nurse vouched for his gentle soul. The real Kurt Kruger was declared dead in Berlin's ruins, a lie he maintained until 1960. In a 1971 interview, elderly Kruger confessed, "I fed evil to survive." Haunted by serving Hitler's last meal, a hurried potato soup before suicide, he donated his 1930s recipe book to a Holocaust museum. The final page lists ingredients for silence. water, salt, and time that never heals. He died in 1975, a ghost of his own past, buried under a tombstone reading, "A cook, no more."